But this is completely political. Anybody who cannot see that, they have been brainwashed by this media.
I didn't think they were going to get him on all 34 counts, which kind of tells you what's going on in New York.
Donald J. Trump has been found guilty on all 34 counts of falsifying business records in the first degree.
This was a disgrace. This was a rigged trial by a conflicted judge who was corrupt. It's a rigged trial, a disgrace. They wouldn't give us a venue change. We were at 5% or 6% in this district, in this area. This was a rigged, disgraceful trial. But the real verdict is going to be November 5th by the people. And they know what happened here, and everybody knows what happened here. You have a Soros-backed DA and the whole thing. We didn't do a thing wrong. I'm a very innocent man, and it's okay. I'm fighting for our country. I'm fighting for our Constitution. Our whole country is being rigged right now. This was done by the Biden administration in order to wound or hurt an opponent, a political opponent. And I think it's just a disgrace. And we'll keep fighting. We'll fight till the end, and we'll win, because our country's gone to hell. We don't have the same country anymore. We have a divided mess. We're a nation in decline, serious decline. Millions and millions of people pouring into our country right now, from prisons and from mental institutions, terrorists, and they're taking over our country. We have a country that's in big trouble. But this was a rigged decision right from day one, with a conflicted judge who should have never been allowed to try this case, never. And we will fight for our Constitution. This is long from over. Thank you very much.
Prosecutors say that Trump's former attorney, Michael Cohen, paid Stormy Daniels, an adult film star actress, $130,000 to keep quiet about her alleged sexual encounter with Trump ahead of the 2016 election. Now, they say that when he falsely logged these checks and invoices, when he repaid Michael Cohen as legal expenses. Now, the jurors had to do two things to convict Trump. They had to unanimously decide that Trump falsified all 34 business records, so all 34 checks and invoices, and then they say that he did so in order to conceal a second crime, which prosecutors allege was a conspiracy to aid an election by unlawful means. So the judge read out each one of the 34 counts, and the jury convicted him of each one. All 34. They said he was guilty. Then the judge dismissed him, and then they decided to set sentencing to July 11th. His attorney Blanche asked that they push this back to mid or end July, but because Trump has other court obligations right now, he's facing numerous other court trials while this is going on. So the judge decided to set the date to July 11th. Blanche also tried to push back and ask for a mistrial, since he said that Trump's former attorney Michael Cohen, that he lied on the stand, committed perjury, but that motion was denied.
We're getting some new reaction as the sentencing going to be on July the 11th. This coming in from Don Jr. saying sentencing is 4 days before the GOP convention. They're not even trying to hide the election interference.
A lot of questions about this unprecedented moment in U.S. history. Our FoxLA.com team put together the top 3 questions being asked to us online. So we want to take a moment to try to answer those. Question number 1, will Trump go to prison? The answer, we don't know. His sentencing set for July 11th, as Marla just said. It's up to the judge and the judge alone. Judge Juan Merchan could sentence him to the maximum, which would be 4 years behind bars. But that's unlikely, given the fact that Trump hasn't been convicted of any other crimes. He could get probation, house arrest, or community service. Now to question number 2. Can Trump still run for president? This one is simple. Yes. Nothing in the Constitution prevents criminals from running, even if they're behind bars. Back in 1920, socialist labor leader Eugene Debs got nearly 4% of the presidential vote from behind bars. Question number 3. Can Trump still vote for himself in November? Likely yes. Although Trump was convicted in New York, he technically lives and votes in Florida. Florida law defers to the state where the conviction occurred, which is in New York, where the voting rights say that basically you're only prevented from voting if you're a felon currently incarcerated. That's highly unlikely to be the case in November due to likely appeals, stopping any sentence from going into effect anytime soon.
Let's hear what the people have to say.
Surprised with today's verdict, all guilty on all 34 counts?
Not surprised at all. We all knew that was going to happen. I mean, it's a rigged system, especially in New York, which is mostly, liberal Democrats. But yeah, well.
When he loses, it's rigged. When he wins, it's at fixed. Only when he loses, it's fixed.
Hey,
you can't live like that.
It's all coming out. It's all coming out. The truth. Yeah, well, get ready. He's going to be your president. And there you go. At the end of the day, it's all common sense.
I think it's about time that they put him where he belongs. This is something that needs to not be let go. Whether he was president or not, he needs to take responsibility for what he did during office. And you can't hide anymore. You can't run.
Now that he's a convicted criminal, do you think it's going to sway the election come this November?
I don't know, because he's done some wild things in the past, and I think people love him or they don't. It's like an organic thing for a lot of people, and I don't think those things bother a lot of people who are pro-Trump. So I don't know. Maybe for some.
There might be some changed opinions. Let's be real, because at the end of the day, people do follow a certain line. They always follow the crowd, but there's still going to be supporters that are going to be supporting him, of course.
I'm still going to support Donald Trump. I haven't really dived all into what the whole verdict and everything was, so I'll do that when I get home. But as of now, my support for him still stands until I read more into it. Yes, so.
So does him being guilty doesn't change anything?
I'm sure it'll change my views on him as a person, as president. I thought he did a pretty good job, so that's really all I'll say.
I'm super excited.
You're super excited?
Yeah. I think justice prevailed, and I'm interested to see what happens next.
Are you happy with the verdict? Upset with the verdict?
It's complicated, right? Because I don't know that I'm happy that things are turning out the way that they're turning out. I don't see this as Donald Trump getting justice or Donald Trump being punished for a crime. I see this as the people of America being split farther apart.
I hope he can run for president. I hope he can become president because, Trump's who we want in there.
It's been a long time that he's gotten away with just about anything. Finally, some accountability. That's how it feels.
It's a very sad day for America. That's all I'm going to say.
Why do you feel that way?
Because this is political prosecution, and there's absolutely nothing behind this case. And I hope they appeal.
I'm dying to have anyone else in office besides Trump or Biden. I'm dying.
The best is yet to come.